Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Six of Cups on this new moon in Aquarius of the 29th of January. This is about a deep soul bond that you have established, perhaps a reconnection to positive, sweet nostalgia, memories of the past. This is usually linked up with an experience where you discovered a talent or a gift as a child or in your formative years and enjoyed practicing that, experiencing this gift in some way that was joyful and created beautiful bonding memories with others. This is a time when your gift was experienced as a pleasure, a joy of something creative and imaginative, and that gave you tremendous pleasure in simply expressing who you are through this gift. This is an experience that is you are desiring to recapture, as there is so much that is being shaped. You are reshaping some phenomenal currents in your life, the way you're pointing your direction, your level of management of projects and your work or craft is elevating, and in that, jockeying, strategizing for greater visibility and to provide better service, you are being reminded to enjoy your unique talent and gift, to recognize that this is the greatest expression of who you are. This is a general reading, Gemini. It's not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And for those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that know me, welcome back. And your social identity, the way you're seen in the world, is described by the Hanged Man. So there may be some delay in the execution of your plans or the fruition of whatever it is you're working on. In part, this is a self-created delay so that you can process the changes that you are making, because it feels like there's a great deal of structure that you have orchestrated around a project, and in order to realize that, you've actually altered some of the customary practices and process by which decisions are made or work is accomplished. This is because you need to understand and gain a greater perspective as you are taking greater oversight over a number of aspects of a project. And this complexity is requiring you to gain the appropriate perspective that will help you motivate those people who you work with, and to continue on the entire team's progressive effort to improve upon services, products, and the way that work is performed so that it is more inclusive of all members of the team. In the first house, the Page of Cups, this is quite lovely in terms of you opening up to the pleasure of being who you are, to retreating into your imaginative, joyful, more explorative, more playful side. And this is really resonant with your temperamental character, Gemini. You are the twins. You are playful, lighthearted, very in touch with the way that we learn, the way that we gather information as individuals, and then retool that information to express it or to communicate with others in a way that is effective. This is your bailiwick, and you're aligning these practices, these natural tendencies for you with your higher goals in a way that supports broader distribution of information, the broader sharing of techniques, of communication, so that you may be advancing the way books are published, as an example, or altering the way that individuals can communicate in real time across the globe. So those are examples of things that you are opening up to and requiring to stay in alignment with your goal. This is going to be advancing other people's creativity and communicative abilities. In the fourth house of your foundation, your home, your history, the Seven of Cups is a kind of pop-up of all the options and opportunities that you once would have gladly received. You now recognize as sort of superficial offers, superficial invitations, or others who want to include you, offering you the kinds of things that once would have motivated you. But you're no longer working for those things. It's actually the goal is the impact you want to have on the world. And that is these other invitations and side hustles or opportunities for investments in a variety of areas that may not be even related to your goals, your the things that you desire, are really distractions. They may be the perks of your advancing project or the notoriety that you're receiving, but you are no longer deterred by them. You may actually be distracted and overwhelmed by all of the new privileges and perks that are available to you now, but you're not fooled into thinking that this is the conclusion, this is the end, this is the reward. In the seventh house of your significant others, we have the Six of Swords. Something that you have an environment where, and this is describing, I believe, where you're moving from in terms of your larger relationships. And by relationships, I mean not only with your significant, intimate, romantic, personal connections, but in your professional connections, also with your audience or whoever it is you serve through your efforts. And it appears as though the environment in the past was contentious. Perhaps you were invisible. Perhaps you felt relatively powerless in the past to have an impact on the work that you were doing, as an example. And you're now realizing that that is something you have had to move away from. It can even be a temporary move while you make more significant changes in the way that you're working and in the way that you desire to work, in the way that you desire to approach your goals. Whether it's temporary or permanent, you're coming to accept the necessity of the struggles that you have been involved in, the disagreements, the invisibility that you've experienced, and you're being coached to think about what you've gained in that position, so that invisibility is not always a bad thing. You have been privy to the experiences of others in a way that you would not have had exposure to if you had been in the position that you desired of greater control, greater direction. And if this reading is resonating for you, Gemini, please like this video, please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is the one way that you can support me to stay giving free readings, which I love doing. And I thank all of you for supporting me in whatever way you do. And I pulled the Love card. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. This is very much tied up with your self-imposed retreat here, or you're pulling back, stepping back I would not say this is a full-on retreat, but you are taking a moment to evaluate the progress you've made, perhaps professionally, in your community, on a project, some effort, in order to better strategize your next moves. This comes because you are thoroughly connected up with the self-expression that is at the core of your talent, your gift, your vision. And you understand that this vision isn't just for you, it's for others. You deeply believe that. You deeply feel wedded to the idea that you are supporting the growth of all who you are working with and around on the basis of your own growth that you're experiencing. I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups in the first house with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of cups in this reading, and I do feel that you are engaging in a parallel exploration of your own imaginative resources, your own gifts and talents, which may or may not be fully integrated into the project you're working on, but that this project has given you permission to further explore talents you may not even know that you have, desires you had never contemplated before. And this current position, this place of actually real vulnerability, openness to playfulness, not taking everything too seriously, really enjoying the aspect of your own unscripted, imaginative, creative self is giving you a tremendous boost of confidence. This is you kind of letting go and allowing your higher self, your deeper connections, the pursuit of your dreams, which come from your core, your heart, to lead, to inspire you. And this is what's inspiring others. It is in your person, the way that you're conducting yourself, the way that you're building this new experience that has people magnetized, drawn to you, in disbelief at how attractive what you're doing and saying is, and your conviction and determination to achieve it. In the fourth house, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. Wow. So we have the King and Queen of Wands, and this is the second air sign that a divine couple has shown up for. So that always can mean that there is a relationship that is critical and significant to the direction you're moving in. And with wands, this is about fire, inspiration, your desires, your heart chakra, your authenticity as a person, your courage, your willingness to step out front, step up for your beliefs. This is the time for this. You are attracting a lot of attention. Other people are very interested, whether they're saying so or not. You're being watched and observed because your time, your ideas have found their time. What you're advocating, what you're attempting to articulate among your peers, your colleagues, is something that others recognize is timely. And this is the moment for it. So many of the offers you may be receiving are less about the reward in those offers, although there is a reward, there is embedded in the offers or invitations you're receiving, but it's more about positioning yourself in a place to access greater power, greater capacity to manifest your ideas, your vision. In the seventh house, the Six of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So I do see you evaluating your the former situation that you are moving away from. You're evaluating it in the context of your conscious separation from that environment and the ways in which you have or have not invested in yourself. So you are aware that your ideas, your sense of discovery, your willingness to challenge what you once believed, old ideas, is what is bringing you the greatest satisfaction and reward, what is offering you the most tangible and reliable investment in yourself. So this is the openness to new ideas, the willingness to discuss, to debate, to plan, to meet with others, to constantly rehearse, go through, talk about, plan, and develop your ideas with others. This is part of a kind of group evaluation around the impact that your ideas can make. And in the 10th house, the Hanged One is clarified by the 8 of Wands and the Hierophant. Yeah, I do see things moving very, very quickly. I do see the attention that you are receiving as something that is been percolating for a while. You've been watched for a while, and that's part of how you are reshaping and developing, advancing in an effort, a project, your career. But I also see that fundamentally you're understanding your teaching role in this process. Not only those who want to include you in their projects, who would like your advice, your consultation regarding their projects, and how what you're envisioning can be integrated into what others are already doing. But you understand that your role is fundamentally as a way shower, as showing others how to advance their communication, their internal communications, their innovations, their ability to advance ideas, to help others learn, to gain more access. This is part of what you're teaching and you're understanding. This is based on your experience. This is based on your realizing your ideas have such value that it is important that you align them with those institutions that you find credible. This could see some of you taking a job as a teacher at a university level, at an institution, higher educational level, at a spiritual level, among religious organizations. Whatever it is that you are sharing, you are advancing it and distributing it as far and wide as possible. And you're getting a lot of help to do that. I'm going to finish up this reading, Gemini, with a crystal oracle. I'm going to take this, the Hidden Knight, and the key word is gratitude. I'm grateful, and this loving energy fills every cell of my body. I love that. I hope this has been helpful, Gemini. Until next time, namaste.